All praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rechak Wadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, Shalom, salutations to the hopeful elect that's fighting a good fight of faith and truth, in sincerity and wholeheartedly, Shalom to the Akwath, which is the women believers, Shalom to you. All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. One word, hell, okay? That's what the condition of the earth is in. And as we get closer to the end, it's going to be more hell. And this is why, literally, you think the Bible was playing when it said that the earth was given into the hands of the wicked? Y'all must have thought the Lord was playing. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. So the people that you look down upon is the ones that's actually supposed to be over everybody. And when they are over everybody, people will get a fair shake. People will rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. So this is all you see. This is all you're going to continue to see. All right. So, this video popped up. I thought it was funny. And also, everything he's saying is the truth. And, the reason why the world is this way. And I made a couple of videos on this topic, but it's needed to be made. Especially for people, who may wake up. You need to recognize the system that you are in. You need to recognize that this is not your rest. Okay. So sad. This is nobody's rest, really, if you want to be technical. So it said, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction. Okay. All this place do is give you false hopes, false securities, because even of our people who sold their soul, they end up regretting it. So many videos over the years, so many whistleblowers over the years talks about the satanic industries that they had to enter into and say things that they had to do, even though they try to point the finger at other people, but it be them too. So you have to literally do things that go directly towards, against Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, which is going to lead you to be judged. So it's a lose-lose situation. But the reason why, we're going to get to the video, but the reason why it's like this is because the wicked is over the earth. And since the wicked is over the earth, woe to them that decree unrighteous decrees that write grievousness which they have prescribed. So like when you really go into like the Constitution, right? It's in there that you really don't have to pay taxes. But go ahead and don't pay taxes, see what happens. So they even break their own rules, long as it benefits them. That's an unrighteous decree. Putting usury on people. Everybody who deals with the dollar, which is everybody, you are in debt. They're called debt notes. Interest on everything. To turn aside the needy from judgment, to take away the right for the poor of my people. All right, possessive adjective. And widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. Okay? So now, let's listen to this perceived Edomite, because he could be an Israelite. Israelites look like all nations. Okay? But he is funny too.
What the hell are we doing, man? Every day, most of us wake up before we want to get up, already exhausted before we even get out of bed. To go to a job, most of us can't stand. With people we don't like, with bosses who don't respect us, with managers who treat us like fucking robots. To make money to pay bills we can't afford. And then after you pay all your bills, you got nothing left after you buy groceries. And maybe pay a couple bills, but you can't pay them all because you don't got enough money.
Another thing too. So you realizing, because there's a lot, at least on my timeline, I see videos like this all day. And I love it. But I can honestly say, the more that I watch these type of videos, the easier I could see people folding and taking that digital imprint. Because you think that when they do bring this forth, you think they're just going to be totally tyrannical? I don't believe that. Because the scriptures, remember, it said that it deceived them that take of the mark. It's in one of those scriptures in Revelation. I think it's Revelation 19. But he's going to deceive you because he's going to make you feel like this is the only way in the best way. Because as you see, things get more expensive. People are losing more hope. So they're really just bow down to anything that will make their life a little easier. So just keep that in mind.
Now, is it designed to be this way? So no matter how much you work,
it wasn't designed to be this way. But as the scripture says, so we already read that when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But now, since the righteous ones fell, this is what happened. And this applies to everybody. If this city were now given unto a man for an inheritance, he should never pass a danger set before. How shall he receive the inheritance? This is talking about us receiving the kingdom. It's called the straight gate. This is the condition of the battle, which we have to fight to get that goal. So it says, and I said, it is so, Lord. Then said unto me, even so also is Israel's portion. All right, this is for the Israelites. But just to let you know that this applies to all men. Of course, the scripture is going to talk about Israel. That's what the Bible is for. But this applies to all men. Great travail is created for every man, and a heavy yoke is upon the sons of Adam. We all come from Adam. It's just that a chosen line came out of Adam also. Just like when Noah had 3 sons, Shem and the line through Arphaxad, okay? Then you had Ibar, which is Eber, they say in the English, Ibar in the Hebrew, okay? Then it eventually came down to Terah, Abraham's dad, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right. Oh, don't forget about Peleg. Forgot about him. So yeah, so that was the line. All right. That line through Shem. Shem had 5 sons, if I'm not mistaken. So, but it went through Arphaxad. So anyways, it says from the day that they go out of their mother's womb to the day that they return to the mother of all things, which is the earth, the grave, baby. So the point is that verse 11, because for their sakes I made the world. Let's talk about Israel. The whole world was made for our sakes. Don't ever forget that. And when Adam transgressed my statutes, then was this decree, now is done. Then were the interests of this world made narrow, full of sorrow and travail. They are but few and evil, full of perils, very painful. Okay. And this is all you see in these compilation videos. This is all you see every time you turn on the news. I don't know when the last time I literally saw something good on the news. And trust me, it don't bother me. I'm just speaking, like literally, like, damn, no good news, nothing. I haven't seen no good news. All right. The best news that you could possibly see, and that still make you feel a certain way. You know, sometimes, you know how the flesh get the better of you. You might see an old ass white man hit the lottery, the mega jackpot. Oh my God, this old ass devil about to die. What is his ass doing hitting, 500 billion? You know what I'm saying? Like some shit like that. That's the best possible news you could get. It don't benefit you. It don't do nothing for you. So when I'm saying what good news have we seen? Even when it came to the government reopening, we through the Spirit, I'm talking about us who eyes are open, who the Lord have blessed. We already know that it's going to be something more sinister that's going to follow it. Okay? He's rocking you back to sleep again, making you feel like, oh yeah, see, these devils, they all right. They all right. They ain't that bad, So they got you rocking back to sleep, and then they going boom. And remember, it said that the government is reopened until January 30th. Okay? So,
Now, is it designed to be this way? So no matter how much you work, no matter what job you have, I don't care if you make $40,000 a year or $100,000 a year, you don't have any money.
Yeah, and the reason is, so going back to being taxed to death and the earth given into the hands of the wicked, this is the peoples that run the world. This scripture is literally them, right? This is them right here. Hell and destruction are never full, so the eyes of men are never satisfied. So this devil, he got the earth, literally. That's what Job 9:24 said. Matter of fact, Genesis 27, our forefather Isaac blessed Esau to have the earth, the dew of heaven. Okay? So he got that, and he still ain't satisfied. Now he wants your soul. He got all the money. He created money that he created money out of thin air. He could print money, man, as much as he want. Think about that. And that's another thing too. He could print as much money as he want and still choose to tax you. So his eyes are never satisfied. Hell and destruction, that's twofold. That's literally death and also a condition of a bad time. So literal death follow him, and affliction, suffering, and mourning follows him too. So, and that's why Habakkuk said it best. Therefore, the law is slacked, because if you follow the law, you recognize when you read the law that it's nothing but justice, fairness, equity is the main word. Okay? So when the righteous are in authority, people rejoice. If the law was applied, everything will run smoothly. But everything is backwards. The earth is out of course. Okay? The whole foundation. Matter of fact, that's Psalms 82:5. So it says, therefore the law is slack and judgment never go forth. For the wicked doth compass the righteous, therefore wrong judgment proceedeth. Yeah. The wicked is against the righteous. The righteous is at the bottom right now. So the people ain't rejoicing. The wicked is at the top right now and they're mourning. Which also proves that it's so many things like that just points that you can't do nothing against the truth but for the truth, as it says in 2 Corinthians 13:8. And since we're talking about lawless, so it said, knowing this, that the law is not made for a righteous man, but for the lawless and disobedient, and for the ungodly, and for the sinners, for the unholy, and profane. Now, the number one nation of this, even though they try to make us the face of it, and we are 1A. They're 1, we 1A, sadly. Okay? We have literally chose the ways of these devils. But he is the profane, he is the murderers of fathers and murderers of mothers for manslayers. Okay? And since the scripture says that righteousness, the law is slack, righteous judgment never go forth. All right? And one more. A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of the ruler of the city is, such are all that dwell therein. So you take on the spirit of the wicked. The scripture says, therefore the curse have devoured the earth. The curse is the Idumeans. Okay? Latin way of saying Edom. That's in Isaiah 34:6. But Isaiah 24:6, because it's Isaiah 34:6 said that my sword shall be bathed in heaven and come down Idumea, the people of my curse. That's Isaiah 34:6. Isaiah 24:6, it says, therefore have the curse devoured the earth. So who is the curse? The Edomites. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. So these people, by default, you took on the spirit of these devils. Okay? I always say this, that through the spirit, of course, the vibration of Satan. Everybody got the vibration of Satan, man. Except for us. Lord willing, we endure to the end.
Then they just tell us they're going to raise the cost of electricity. And that car insurance is going to go up. It's going to skyrocket next year.
So, like I said 5 minutes ago, you think people ain't going to take the MOTB? Especially when they present it as peace and safety. All right?
Bitch, I ain't got no money now. How the fuck are we supposed to retire? I wanted to retire at 62.
And that's even sad. To even have a hope of retiring at 62. That's basically at the end of your damn life. Because remember, even in the scriptures, it talks about your lifespan is 70 and 80 if you got strength. So when you at 35, you had a midlife crisis. The days of our years are 70. That's 70. Okay? And if by reason of strength they be 80. That's 80. Yet is their strength, labor, and sorrow, for it is soon cut off, we fly away. All right? So yeah, 62, you at the end of your damn life. So you work your whole life, and then you think you're going to try to enjoy the rest of your life, but you could barely move. He about to say something too, which is funny.
Now our Governor Hochul says she wants to increase it to 72 because people are more healthy now. Bitch, I'm not healthy. I feel like I've aged 20 years in the last year.
That's a fact. Because since the whole course of the earth is since the whole earth is out of course, the foods that we eat ain't real, genetically modified. The air that we breathe is toxic, chemtrails all day, every day. All right. The water is polluted, fluoride, everything in they mama in it. All right. So it's like, that's why the Lord is on his way back. All praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua for that.
What fucking planet are we living on? How much are they gonna bleed us? I got nothing left in me. I don't know about you, but I don't know how much more I can handle. Is it just me?
So I'm going to end it on this. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. For any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. And the reason why the Lord is saying is because when you look into the world with the spiritual eye view, you realize that everything is polluted, backwards, wicked, cause you to sin, cause you to go off. All right. As for all that is in the world, is the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life. It is not of the Father, but is of the world. And the world passeth away. That's the best news. In the lust thereof. But he that doeth the will of the Most High abideth forever. And that's the hopeful men and women of the Lord, which I hope to be a part of. All right. The elect, baby. All praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Seek ye out the Lord while he may be found. And Shalom.